at the market, reaching for the same green pears. For a second we were 20, then I noticed silver in your hair. You said my name the old way, like no time had passed at all. We stood beside the fruit displays and laughed at being caught off guard. After all these years, we did not need to change the past. No questions left to answer, no promise meant to last. Just two people smiling kindly at the lives that brought us here. It was enough to see you well. After all these years, we talked about our children, work, needs, weather, ordinary things. You showed me one small photograph, I showed you mine and touched your sleeve. There was a time I thought forgiveness had to sound like something grand, but sometimes it is simply this, a warm goodbye and an open hand. After all these years, we did not need to change the past. No questions left to answer, no promise meant to last. Just two people smiling kindly at the lives that brought us here. It was enough to see you well. After all these years,
we had not sat alone together since the winter we stopped trying. There were family meals and birthdays, but always someone else nearby. Then one Sunday after service, you said coffee like before. I nodded toward the little place we used to know across the square. Coffee for two again, no speeches and no plan. You took yours without sugar, I still stirred mine with one hand. We talked about the garden and the neighbor's noisy van. Coffee for two again, and somehow we began. You laughed about my old brown coat, I teased you for arriving late. The small familiar things between us did more than any grand debate. Love at 20 wants an answer, love much later learns to wait. Sometimes healing is a table and 2 cups at 8:30. Coffee for 2 again. No speeches and no plan. You took yours without sugar. I still stirred mine with one hand. We talked until the chairs were stacked and morning turned to afternoon. Coffee for 2 again, and room inside the room.
The hall looked smaller than I remembered. Same wooden floor, new coats of paint. Someone hung our school year pictures near the stage beside the drinks. You arrived with 2 old classmates. I recognized your laugh first. We shook hands like well-behaved adults. Then both of us began to smile. At the dance hall reunion, they played the songs we used to know. Everybody moved a little slower, but nobody wanted to go. You said, "One dance for old time's sake." I said, "Only if it's slow." At the dance hall reunion, 40 years became one song. We talked about our families, the work we did, the friends we'd lost. Then the band began that old refrain, and suddenly none of that mattered. Your hand was light upon my shoulder, mine was careful at your side. We were not trying to be younger. We were glad to be alive. At the dance hall reunion, they played the songs we used to know. Everybody moved a little slower, but nobody wanted to go. You said, "One dance for old time's sake." I said, "Only if it's slow." At the dance hall reunion, 40 years became one song.
The doctor spoke in careful phrases, numbers written on a page. nodded like I understood him. You watched my face instead. We drove home without the radio, stopped for soup along the way. I kept talking about parking, anything I did not have to say. Then your hand came across the table, found mine beside the spoon. No speech about being brave, no promise everything would improve. Just your hand across the table, warm and steady, small and true. In that ordinary restaurant, I remembered I had you. We sat there after both bowls emptied until the evening crowd arrived. You asked me what I needed, I said just sit with me a while. Love is not always a fire, sometimes it is a chair. Someone staying through the silence and refusing to go elsewhere. Then your hand came across the table, found mine beside the spoon. No speech about being brave, no promise everything would improve. Just your hand across the table, warm and steady, small and true. In that ordinary restaurant, I remembered I had you. I had no ring inside my pocket, no restaurant reserved, just tea between us after dinner and a sentence I rehearsed.
You look more nervous than our first date, though we had shared 10 years.
You started talking about tomorrow, then stopped and cleared your throat. And I gave you a quiet yes, no candles, no applause. Just two people choosing morning after knowing all the flaws. A quiet yes across the table,
Soft enough to miss, I guess.
but I have never heard a louder word
And that small and quiet yes. We told the children the next weekend.
They laughed and bought the cake. We signed the papers in the springtime
And took one afternoon away.
Love does not always start at 20 or arrive dressed for a show.
Sometimes it comes when two grown people
already know what staying means.
And I gave you a quiet quiet yes, no candles, no applause. Just two people choosing morning after knowing all the flaws.
A quiet yes across the table,
Soft enough to miss, I guess.
but I have never heard a louder word
Than that small and quiet yes. We put the rings inside a drawer the year we nearly came apart. Too tired to wear what they promised. Too proud to say how tired we were. For months they stayed beside the batteries, receipts and keys we did not use. Then one morning, while making coffee, you held mine up and asked, what should we do? The ring we never threw away was not a magic thing. It did not fix the nights we wasted or make us young again. But we kept it through the angry words and every stubborn day. Maybe love was not the ring, but the ring we never threw away. We learned to talk before midnight, learned to stop before we won, learned that being right can leave you with nobody when you're done. Years later, both are worn and thinner. So are we, in different ways. But I like the little scratches. They remember all our days. The ring we never threw away was not a magic thing. It did not fix the nights we wasted or make us young again. But we kept it through the angry words and every stubborn day. Maybe love was not the ring, but the ring we never threw away.
I do not know your number now, or which street you call home. I heard you moved near your sister, somewhere farther down the coast. I do not know your favorite place, or what you watch at night. But every year when March comes round, one date still feels familiar. I still know your birthday, though I never send a card. Some facts stay in the memory long after people drift apart. It is not a secret wish, and it is not a broken heart. I still know your birthday, like I know an old song start. I hope someone buys the cake you like and remembers extra cream. I hope the people at your table know how lucky they have been. We are not meant to keep all people just because we knew them well. Sometimes love becomes good wishes we have no reason left to tell. I still know your birthday, though I never send a card. Some facts stay in the memory long after people drift apart. It is not a secret wish, and it is not a broken heart. I still know your birthday, like I know an old song start.
You left your coat across my chair the night we had our longest talk. You said you needed time alone, then took your keys and went for a walk. I did not move it for a week, not out of hope or some display. It simply stayed where you had dropped it, while we decided what to say. The coat you left on my chair held nothing but your shape. A little dust along the shoulder, a button hanging loose. We nearly lost each other then, by proving who was fair. Funny what can keep a person home. The coat you left on my chair. You came back Friday after work, looked at the coat and then at me, said, I forgot I left that here. I said I know, and made some tea. We talked until the morning, not gracefully, not clean, but every honest sentence made a little room between. The coat you left on my chair held nothing but your shape. A little dust along the shoulder, a button hanging loose. We nearly lost each other then, by proving who was fair. Funny what can keep a person home. The coat you left on my chair. above the kitchen door was showing 6:10. You stood beside the table with your key still in your hand. I had practiced all afternoon, a dozen clever things to say, but when you finally looked at me, the clever words all fell away. At 6:10 I said I'm sorry, not but you did not if you felt, just the two words I had avoided while blaming everything else. You did not rush to forgive me, you only sat and breathed. At 6:10 I said I'm sorry and finally meant what I could not speak. We ate in quiet for a while, then you asked about my day. I told the truth without defending, you listened in the same old way. An apology is not a key that makes a hurt disappear. It is only turning toward the door and choosing to stay near. At 6:10 I said I'm sorry, not but you did not if you felt, just the two words I had avoided while blaming everything else. You did not promise it was over, but you reached across to me. At 6:10 I said I'm sorry, and that was where we learned to speak.
We drove out past the city to the park beside the reservoir. Not because it was beautiful, but because neither one could talk at home. We walked for almost half an hour, arguing in smaller tones. Then you sat down on the grass and said, I am tired of keeping score. The Sunday we forgave each other, nothing suddenly became new. We still had work to do on Monday, still had things we had to prove, but we stopped collecting every hurt like evidence we had to use. The Sunday we forgave each other, we chose us before being right. I told you where I had been cruel, you told me where you had been scared. For once we did not interrupt or measure who had suffered more. Forgiveness was not forgetting, it was setting down the weight. Two tired people by the water, choosing not to live that way.
We still had work to do on Monday. Still had things we had to prove. But we stopped collecting every hurt like evidence we had to use. The Sunday we forgave each other. We chose us before being right. We met by accident at lunchtime, both reaching for the last free chair. You asked if I would mind sharing. I said I really did not care. We talked about the soup being salty, then books, then music, then the rain. By 2 o'clock the plates were cleared, but neither one had checked the time. Tomorrow, same cafe. You asked it almost like a joke. I said maybe 12:30, and tried to keep my voice composed. No promise bigger than a table, no reason to explain. Tomorrow, same cafe. And I felt young in a brand new way. We were old enough for caution, old enough to know what loss can do, but also old enough to understand a good hour can still be new. No one needs to call it destiny. No one needs to race. Sometimes hope is simply knowing you have somewhere to be next day. Tomorrow, same cafe. You asked it almost like a joke. I said maybe 12:30. And this time, let my smile show. No promise bigger than a table, no reason to explain. Tomorrow, same cafe. And I felt young in a brand new way. saw you at the market, reaching for the same green pears. For a second we were 20, then I noticed silver in your hair. You said my name the old way, like no time had passed at all. We stood beside the fruit displays and laughed at being caught off guard. After all these years, we did not need to change the past. No questions left to answer, no promise meant to last. Just two people smiling kindly at the lives that brought us here. It was enough to see you well after all these years. We talked about our children, work, needs, weather, ordinary things. You showed me one small photograph, I showed you mine and touched your sleeve. There was a time I thought forgiveness had to sound like something grand, but sometimes it is simply this: a warm goodbye and an open hand. After all these years, we did not need to change the past. No questions left to answer, no promise meant to last. Just two people smiling kindly at the lives that brought us here. It was enough to see you well after all these years.
We had not sat alone together since the winter we stopped trying. There were family meals and birthdays, but always someone else nearby. Then one Sunday after service, you said coffee like before. I nodded toward the little place we used to know across the square. Coffee for two again, no speeches and no plan. You took yours without sugar, I still stirred mine with one hand. We talked about the garden and the neighbor's noisy van. Coffee for two again. And somehow we began. You laughed about my old brown coat. I teased you for arriving late. The small familiar things between us did more than any grand debate. Love at 20 wants an answer. Love much later learns to wait. Sometimes healing is a table and 2 cups at 8:30. Coffee for two again. No speeches and no plan. You took yours without sugar, I still stirred mine with one hand. We talked until the chairs were stacked and morning turned to afternoon. Coffee for two again. And room inside the room.
The hall looks smaller than I remembered. Same wooden floor, new coats of paint. Someone hung our school year pictures near the stage beside the drinks. You arrived with 2 old classmates. I recognized your laugh first. We shook hands like well-behaved adults. Then both of us began to smile. At the dance hall reunion, they played the songs we used to know. Everybody moved a little slower, but nobody wanted to go. You said one dance for old time's sake. I said only if it's slow. At the dance hall reunion, 40 years became one song. We talked about our families, the work we did, the friends we lost. Then the band began that old refrain, and suddenly none of that mattered. Your hand was light upon my shoulder, mine was careful at your side. We were not trying to be younger, we were glad to be alive. At the dance hall reunion, they played the songs we used to know. Everybody moved a little slower, but nobody wanted to go. You said one dance for old time's sake. I said only if it's slow. At the dance hall reunion, 40 years became one song.
The doctor spoke in careful phrases, numbers written on a page. I nodded like I understood him. You watched my face instead. We drove home without the radio, stopped for soup along the way. I kept talking about parking, anything I did not have to say. Then your hand came across the table, found mine beside the spoon. No speech about being brave, no promise everything would improve. Just your hand across the table, warm and steady, small and true. In that ordinary restaurant, I remembered I had you. We sat there after both bowls emptied until the evening crowd arrived. You asked me what I needed, I said just sit with me a while. Love is not always a fire, sometimes it is a chair. Someone staying through the silence and refusing to go elsewhere. Then your hand came across the table, found mine beside the spoon. No speech about being brave, no promise everything would improve. Just your hand across the table, warm and steady, small and true. In that ordinary restaurant, I remembered I had you. I had no ring inside my pocket, no restaurant reserved. Just tea between us after dinner, and a sentence I rehearsed.
You looked more nervous than our first date, though we had shared 10 years. You started talking about tomorrow, then stopped and cleared your throat. And I gave you a quiet yes, no candles, no applause.
Just two people choosing morning,
after knowing all the flaws.
a quiet yes across the table,
Soft enough to miss, I guess.
but I have never heard a louder word
than that small and quiet yes. We told the children the next weekend.
They laughed and bought the cake. We signed the papers in the springtime
and took one afternoon away.
Love does not always start at 20,
or arrive dressed for a show.
Sometimes it comes when two grown people
already know what staying means.
and I
Gave you a quiet yes, no candles, no applause.
just two people choosing morning,
After knowing all the flaws.
a quiet yes across the table,
Soft enough to miss, I guess.
but I have never heard a louder word
than that small and quiet yes. We put the rings inside a drawer the year we nearly came apart. Too tired to wear what they promised, too proud to say how tired we were. For months they stayed beside the batteries, receipts and keys we did not use. Then one morning while making coffee, you held mine up and asked, what should we do? The ring we never threw away was not a magic thing. It did not fix the nights we wasted or make us young again, but we kept it through the angry words and every stubborn day. Maybe love was not the ring, but the ring we never threw away. We learned to talk before midnight, learned to stop before we won, learned that being right can leave you with nobody when you're done. Years later both are worn and thinner, so are we in different ways, but I like the little scratches, they remember all our days. The ring we never threw away was not a magic thing. It did not fix the nights we wasted or make us young again, but we kept it through the angry words and every stubborn day. Maybe love was not the ring, but the ring we never threw away.
Street you call home. I heard you moved near your sister, somewhere farther down the coast. I do not know your favorite place or what you watch at night, but every year when March comes round, one date still feels familiar. I still know your birthday, a card. Some facts stay in the memory long after people drift apart. It is not a secret wish, and it is not a broken heart. I still know your birthday, like I know an old song start. I hope someone buys the cake you like and remembers extra cream. I hope the people at your table know how lucky they have been. We are not meant to keep all people just because we knew them well. Sometimes love becomes good wishes. We have no reason left to tell. I still know your birthday, though I never send a card. Some facts stay in the memory long after people drift apart. It is not a secret wish, and it is not a broken heart. I still know your birthday, like I know an old song start.
You left your coat across my chair the night we had our longest talk. You said you needed time alone, then took your keys and went for a walk. I did not move it for a week, not out of hope or some display. It simply stayed where you had dropped it, while we decided what to say. The coat you left on my chair held nothing but your shape. A little dust along the shoulder, a button hanging loose. We nearly lost each other then, by proving who was fair. Funny what can keep a person home. The coat you left on my chair. You came back Friday after work, looked at the coat and then at me, said, I forgot I left that here. I said, I know, and made some tea. We talked until the morning, not gracefully, not clean, but every honest sentence made a little room between. The coat you left on my chair held nothing but your shape. A little dust along the shoulder, a button hanging loose. We nearly lost each other then, by proving who was fair. Funny what can keep a person home. The coat you left on my chair. Above the kitchen door was showing 6:10. You stood beside the table with your key still in your hand. I had practiced all afternoon a dozen clever things to say, but when you finally looked at me, the clever words all fell away. At 6:10 I said I'm sorry, not but you did not if you felt just the two words I had avoided while blaming everything else. You did not rush to forgive me, you only sat and breathed. At 6:10 I said I'm sorry, and finally meant what I could not speak. We ate in quiet for a while, then you asked about my day. I told the truth without defending, you listened in the same old way. An apology is not a key that makes a hurt disappear. It is only turning toward the door and choosing to stay. At 6:10 I said I'm sorry, not but you did not if you felt just the two words I had avoided while blaming everything else. You did not promise it was over, but you reached across to me. At 6:10 I said I'm sorry, and that was where we learned to speak.
We drove out past the city to the park beside the reservoir. Not because it was beautiful, but because neither one could talk at home. We walked for almost half an hour, arguing in smaller tones. Then you sat down on the grass and said, I am tired of keeping score. The Sunday we forgave each other, nothing nothing suddenly became new. We still had work to do on Monday. Still had things we had to prove. But we stopped collecting every hurt like evidence we had to use. The Sunday we forgave each other, we chose us before being right. I told you where I had been cruel. You told me where you had been scared. For once we did not interrupt or measure who had suffered more. Forgiveness was not forgetting. It was setting down the weight. Two tired people by the water, choosing not to live that way. The Sunday we forgave each other, nothing suddenly became new. We still had work to do on Monday. Still had things we had to prove. But we stopped collecting every hurt like evidence we had to use. The Sunday we forgave each other, we chose us before being right.
We met by accident at lunchtime, both reaching for the last free chair. You asked if I would mind sharing. I said I really did not care. We talked about the soup being salty, then books, then music, then the rain. By 2 o'clock the plates were cleared, but neither one had checked the time. Tomorrow, same cafe. You asked it almost like a joke. I said maybe 12:30, and tried to keep my voice composed. No promise bigger than a table, no reason to explain. Tomorrow, same cafe. And I felt young in a brand new way. We were old enough for caution, old enough to know what loss can do, but also old enough to understand a good hour can still be new. No one needs to call it destiny. No one needs to race. Sometimes hope is simply knowing you have somewhere to be next day. Tomorrow, same cafe. You asked it almost like a joke. I said maybe 12:30.